you obviously embodies the spirit of Lux Futurum, and that's why we have invited you to speak.
It's really good that you put people from a certain discipline, the light industry, together and exchange, right? And I think the goal of the conference is to sort of trigger them and tease them in opening up their perspective of what light could be and can be, and to sort of share and show what is possible and the impact that can have, but also show people that journey. How do you go from idea to realization? How do you trigger clients to approach and have the guts to do new things, right? Like we just barely sketching the surface of the potential of light, how it can help us, how it can heal us, how it can create dimensions that we don't know. I wish that I and we all together keep experimenting and keep playing with it because it's going to help us 100%.
Daan, welcome.
Morning.
We have invited you as a keynote speaker in Shanghai, in China, later this year, where Lux Futurum, for those who don't know, it's a recognition program for innovative ideas, new concepts, new projects, all embodying the future, we hope. You obviously embodies the spirit of Lux Futurum, and that's why we have invited you to speak and share
Well,
your
thank you.
ideas.
For somebody
Yeah.
who was kicked out of fine art school twice, that's a real compliment. I finally fit somewhere. Like that's finally took me 45
You've
years.
earned it. You definitely earned it, and we look forward to you presenting. Um,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts about this whole Lux Futurum that we developed, and how that could contribute to the future of lighting design?
Well, I mean, it's really good that you put people from a certain discipline, the light industry, together uh, and exchange, right? And I think the goal of the conference, or at least the reason why I'm coming, or why I think I'm coming, is to sort of trigger them and tease them
Yes.
in opening up their perspective of what light could be and can
Mhm.
be, and
Yeah.
and to sort of share and show what is possible and the impact that can have, and not to suggest it's like easy, but also show people that journey. How do you go from idea to realization? How do you trigger clients to approach and have the guts to do new things, right? And I always go back to like 500 years ago, you and I, if we would have this conversation, we most likely would have thought the Earth was the center of the universe, right? And all
Hmm.
the
Yeah.
stars, the moon, and everything would rotate around us, right?
Hmm.
And we liked that idea, right? We were in control. We really liked that idea. And then suddenly Galileo came, and he said, "No, no, you're living in
Yeah.
a lie, right?
Yeah.
Actually, the Earth is turning around the Sun, 148 million kilometers away from here." And the Catholic Church at that time, the biggest institution, really didn't like that idea. So they grounded him for the rest of his life. Like he
Yeah.
could not leave his house for the rest of his life
Yeah.
just because he had an idea. And then Copernicus came and Kepler, and they proved he was right. But we still, Martin, today call it sunset, sunrise, although
Yeah.
it's not true.
Yeah, you're right, actually. Yeah.
And so it took us 500 years, and we still haven't fully accepted it, to go from that we are the center perspective to our no, we're actually turning around the sun.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to, and I'm not suggesting I'm a Galileo, by the way, just for the record. But so to change your perspective is everything, because
Mhm.
if you look at things in a different way, it changes everything: your relationship, your value system, your
Yes.
words, right? And
Yeah.
so I
Yeah.
hope the conference that we'll have on a maybe on a bigger scale, but even on a smaller scale, but on a certain scale, you
Mm.
know what I mean? Like helps people to change their perspective, and because when you change your perspective, everything changes, and that's really
Mm.
important in a time like this. Are we looking in the right way? Are we really seeing what's real or not, or is it just an
Yeah.
illusion or sentiment of the past we're holding on to?
Yeah. Well, part of the event is also to invite the shortlisted winners to actually give a presentation about their work, because
Oh, yeah,
just seeing a
I like
picture
that.
of their work is it's all about sharing knowledge, education. So we felt it was imperative to have the winners come up, present, and there's sort of also the incentive of the
That's
submission
cool.
is that
Yeah,
they'll be invited to come to China and present their winning works, so that we can learn from it. And at the same time, we talked about AI. We also put in the submission form that we want them to declare the use of AI, so we can learn also about that process of what part did AI play
yeah,
in the ID creation or the concept or the project that you're presenting to us. So yeah, we're looking
cool.
very much forward to that.
Cool.
And
And if you want, I can. If you send all the images in advance, I can put it all in my Mid Journey and then create a whole new design from all the winning awards. No, I'm
yeah,
joking. I'm
that's maybe
joking.
something.
This was a joke. This was a joke.
No, but it's a joke, but it's doable. It's feasible because obviously we'll have the
Let's
entry.
yeah, yeah. Let's order the winners
Yeah,
first, and then we can do a
that's
jazz a Mid Journey jazz party afterwards. Yeah.
And yeah, we're looking forward to have you there, and much appreciate your acceptance to come and
Okay.
speak to the audience there. I would like to leave this chat with giving you the floor in terms of what do you expect in terms of the future for you as an innovator, as an artist, but also for the lighting community in terms of where are we going, what can we expect, or
Well,
what would you ideally see happening?
I mean, it's a hunch, right? But there are really interesting, very concrete scientific studies that you can read in Science magazine, where when you when two light beams hit each other on high speed in very specific circumstances, they become matter. And
Yes.
so the idea is that that's how certain stars or planets are created, right? And so I think we just the idea just blows my mind, right? You know, right? You just and then you have something like a real thing you can
Mhm.
touch because of light. And so I think we just or a Nobel Prize winner of laser a couple of years ago, like we just barely sketching the surface of the
Mhm.
potential of light, how it can help us, how it can heal us, how it can
Mhm.
create dimensions that we don't know, how we can see the world through the
Mhm.
eyes of a butterfly, right? While we're actually human. And so I wish that I and we all together have that open perspective on the power of light and keep experimenting and keep playing with it because it's going to help us. It's
Yeah.
going to help us as humans, 100%.
I have this idea if when you and I will have a drink in Shanghai later this year, we'll be bouncing ideas and creative concepts with each other. Because you look to me like a person that you say one thing and then suddenly boom you get this idea or something else.
The mind is a
No,
weird thing. The mind is a weird
okay.
thing.
Looking forward to it. Thanks so much for this chat, Dan. Much
Thanks,
appreciated.
Martin.